Hello, and welcome to Horrorific Tales. In this show, we celebrate the creation of independent authors and aspiring writers. Please like and subscribe and share these episodes so that we can help our talented friends get as much exposure as possible. We would also appreciate it if you could support our artists by following them on their individual platforms and by purchasing their works. Details on how to do this are in the episode description. Today's horrific tale is an excerpt from a novel sent to us by author Tristan Hutchinson. Sit back and relax as we present to you Amara. Jacqueline wakes to the sun in her eyes. She yawns and stretches, almost cat-like. She gets up and checks her phone. Sure enough, she got a message from Cam. Picked up the Mustang and dropped off the car. Stay away from Lynn as much as you can. She does a double take. And sure enough, Cam mentioned about staying away from Lynn. Jacqueline starts getting stressed out. What could he possibly have seen? She decides to send him another message. What do you mean, stay away from Lynn? Jacqueline starts getting her clothes on while waiting for the reply message. She heads downstairs and knocks on the door of her guest room. Aaron, are you up yet? Just finishing up and getting ready. What's the matter? My friend Cam dropped off your car, but he left me a message about staying away from Lynn. Shit! What could he have possibly seen? I thought he didn't ask any questions and you could rely on him. Aaron opens the door. Jacqueline looks into his baby blue eyes. He is, and I can. I left him a message, but no one has responded yet. He's supposed to be watching his kids today. I have a bad feeling about this. Aaron could tell she was distressed. Why don't we eat breakfast and then you can drop me off at my house? You should go over to his house and see if everything is okay. I will take my car back to Lynn and wait for Turner. Are you sure, Aaron? I could always just wait for the reply and head over to his house after the investigation. It's fine. I see how much he means to you. I will be fine. They both eat quickly and head out for the day. She pulls into Aaron's driveway and lets him out of her car. Jacqueline, let me know how it goes. She nods. Listen, Aaron, I really have a bad feeling about this. Please be careful. He nods and gets out of her car. He watches her leaves and thinks to himself, she acts like this is my first time at a crime scene. He walks over to his Mustang and looks it over. There are no blood marks in the car and no damage done to it. He messages Turner and gets into his car. He revs up his car and gives a sigh of relief that it still works. As he is leaving his house, he gets a message back from Turner. I am at Lynn now. The darkness has passed. I am calling in the rest of the investigation team. See you soon. He wonders what Cam may have seen. He shakes the thought out of his head and makes his way to Lynn. Jacqueline pulls into Cam's driveway. His tow truck is still there and the house is dark. She looks at her watch. It's 10 a.m. He should be awake by now. She calls his house and no one answers. She calls his house again, but still she gets no answer. Nervously, she gets out of her car and walks towards the house. She knocks on the door and waits. No one answers, so she tries the door handle. The door handle turns and the door opens. As she walks into the house, she falls to the ground as all her emotions hit her at once. Laying in a pool of blood is Cam, with a gun in his hand. Tears explode from her eyes as she passes out. Aaron enters Lynn and instantly feels like he is entering a time machine. He sees some cars moving in the distance. He's in shock. The town appears like it's never been attacked. He pulls to the side of the road and quickly messages Jacqueline. What's happening over at Cam's house? It's so bizarre in Lynn. It appears like nothing has ever happened. Are we still asleep? He waits for a bit, but no reply at all. He's about to message his partner again when he receives a text from Brielle Roberts and Trey Barrett regarding the investigation. We are on our way to Lynn. Have you met up with Captain Turner yet? Aaron sends a message back to his fellow investigators. I have not met up with Captain Turner yet. Plans have changed a little. Is there any way one of you can check out Jacqueline? She needed to go to your friend's house to make sure he was all right. Now she will not reply to any messages sent to her. He waits for the reply, then sends a message to Captain Turner to see where he is. He decides to send another text to his partner to make sure she's okay. Still, no replies. Then he gets his message back from Brielle. Yes. Check with Gordon Eklund, the department's expert forensic computer specialist. I've got the location of where Jacqueline is. We'll be going to check on her. Investigator Trey will be meeting with you in Lynn. He texts back, Okay, Brielle, thanks. He waits for a reply from Turner and then waits for Trey. Jacqueline regains consciousness. Her head is pounding. She's about to check her phone when she feels a hand on her back. She quickly turns around to see Investigator Roberts. Is everything okay? Aaron sent me over to check on you. She looked shocked and asked, He did? Yeah, he sent you several messages. Brielle, I must have fainted. My friend is dead. Brielle walks into the house and notices Cam on the floor in a puddle of blood. I am so sorry, she tells her. Have you checked out any other rooms? A look of shock and dread spreads over Jacqueline's face. Cam is supposed to be watching his kids. She runs towards the room and stops suddenly. Both of his kids are on their beds with gun wounds to their temples. She screams out and Brielle runs over to her, trying to keep her composure with Jacqueline. He shot his own kids and then committed suicide, she tells Brielle. He loved his kids so much. Why would he shoot them? It makes no sense. Brielle pulls out a few evidence bags. She puts on gloves and places the gun in the evidence bag and fills out the tag. Evidence located in living room on Friday, May the 2nd. She walks back to the kids' room and notices a casing on the ground. She places each casing in a separate evidence bag and fills out the tag. Jacqueline begins to recover from the shock and begins to analyse the crime scene. He didn't want his kids to suffer. Both died quickly. They probably died in their sleep, since no other stray bullets are around, and the hands are not in defensive pose at all. They had no clue what was about to happen. 3 shots were fired, 1 per kid and himself. She grabs her phone and makes a call to the medical examiner to pick up the bodies for further investigation. Brielle walks into the room. I swabbed the front door for any fingerprints. Okay, thanks Brielle. I'm waiting for the medical examiner to come and pick up the bodies. Then we can head back to the police department. With all this commotion, she almost forgot to send Aaron a message. Aaron, I am okay. My friend is dead and so are his kids. It appears to be a murder-suicide. I feel like I'm dreaming. Could this be real? He was always a calm and collected, loving father. What could cause him to do this? What is going on here? I know we are sadly not dreaming. I can still see the body parts scattered all over Lynn. Have you started the investigation of Lynn yet? After about an hour, Aaron sees a police car pull up behind his Mustang. He sees Trey get out of his car when he feels a message going off. It is Jacqueline. He feels relieved that she is okay. A feeling of shock hits him when he reads about Cam. How could a parent kill his own kids? I am so sorry about your friend. Do you see him as a type who would kill his own kids? If you need to talk later, we can. No investigation has started yet. Investigator Trey just arrived, and I'm still waiting to hear from Turner. Once the crime scene has been processed and the bodies picked up, you can head back to the station with Brielle. Don't worry about the investigation. Just stay away from Lynn. He opens his door as Trey approaches. I'm waiting for Turner. I sent him a message but heard nothing yet. Trey says, I haven't received any other message from him since this morning either. Aaron turns to Trey and pulls out his phone and calls the commissioner. Sir, this is Aaron. Hi Aaron, what is it? Alex sounds like he's tired and yawns. I have been trying to reach Captain Turner. He was supposed to meet me, but I haven't heard anything from him for over an hour. Trey is with me now. Jacqueline and Brielle went to investigate a murder-suicide. Aaron, I will reach out to Turner. In the meantime, start investigating the crime scene. It needs to be done quickly. I need to talk to Jacqueline and you about Lynn. Come into the office once the investigation is done. Okay, sir, we will. Jacqueline will be back at the station once her crime scene has been processed. Trey and I have the investigation covered until Turner comes. Okay, Aaron. Bye. Aaron hangs up the phone and says, Get into my car. We need to start investigating right now. They drive into town slowly. Once they reach the main roads, the cars begin to pass by them, and families are walking up and down the streets. Everything seems normal, except everyone is moving slowly. Not just slow like they are tired, but like a movie scene would when you watch it on slow motion. They decide to pull over and get out of the Mustang before they get into an accident. When they get out of the car, a sweet aroma fills their noses, but no food is nearby. The streets have no body parts or blood spots anywhere. Aaron, this is a joke. What crime scene are we supposed to investigate? You seriously feel I would get our police department in on an investigation over this? A terrible crime did happen here. This is not how it was yesterday. You can even ask Captain Turner. Well, no one can get a hold of him. The way I see it, you're crazy, Trey says in a nasty way. If we do not hear from Turner soon, I will personally call the Commissioner myself and call off this whole investigation. I am not crazy. Open your eyes. When was the last time you experienced anything like this? Everyone is walking like a fucking turtle. Aaron tries to talk to people, but no one responds. It's almost like he's a ghost. See? No one even hears us. Maybe they just don't want to listen to your annoying voice. I know I would ignore you if I had the choice. Aaron gives him the evil eye. I don't have time for this nonsense. I will admit things here are bizarre, but no reason for an investigation. Trey picks up his phones and starts dialing the Commissioner. Give Turner a few more. All of a sudden they spot a figure in the distance that resembles Captain Turner. Alex looks at the schedule. Almost everyone is either off duty today or on some other assignment. When Jacqueline and Brielle get back, they will need some assistance processing the evidence for their murder. He decides to call Turner before doing anything else. Turner doesn't answer his phone. Alex tries his cell phone, and still no one is answering. He sends a message to Nathan. Can you go over to Captain Turner's house and see if he's home? He's supposed to be investigating Lynn, but he can't be reached. Nathan replies, Yes, sir. Nathan quickly gets ready. This may be the chance that he's been looking for. Nathan gets into his police car and heads over to Captain Turner's house. Nothing looks out of the ordinary when he pulls into the driveway. Nathan calls Turner and no one answers. He gets out of the car and knocks on Turner's door. Captain Turner, are you there? He knocks on the door one more time. His phone beeps with a message. It's from Turner. Look behind you. He feels something strong throw him against the door. His head slams against it and he falls limp. Well, we hope that you enjoyed our latest horrific tale. If you want to keep up to date with future episodes, then subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our Facebook page. Please also take a moment to support our contributing artists who very kindly lend their talents to this show. Check out the links in the description how you can do this. Until next time, my friends, keep it creepy, keep it horrific.